Kentucky is not known as a hockey state, but you wouldn't know on a Friday at midnight in Lexington Ice Center. Hockey state is surprising to see the amount of people that show up to the games, the atmosphere.
Oh yeah, for the fact that Kentucky's not like kind of known for hockey and it's a little bit more of a southern state that you don't see have a lot of NHL players come out of or even D1 players in general. You see the hotbeds in the East Coast obviously, but then also even Illinois, the West Coast, stuff like that. So seeing the atmosphere and the amount of people that go to these games in Kentucky is very impressive, and you don't even see that in a lot of other colleges in these hotbeds for hockey. You don't see all these people going to games in.
UK hockey didn't start until 1984 and had a much different feel from what it does today. With low attendance, the rink pushed back the games until midnight. This would change everything. This surprisingly saw the attendance skyrocket, and the popularity of the sport on campus too as well.
O'clock games, that's genius. That's so smart for a college town. I mean, how do you get a bunch of kids to care about a sport that it's not huge in Kentucky, and especially like a club sport. It's not D1, which maybe, yeah, if it's a D1 you get a lot of people to go, but to get the whoever came up with the midnight games, that's so smart, and I think that plays into how many people go to these games. It's something different. It's something, yeah, it's midnight and it gives people something to do, and you look at it compared to I look at it and I'm like, oh, this honestly reminds me of small town, the atmosphere in the small towns in Europe where they're going to their soccer games. They live and die by their team. That's kind of the atmosphere, and going to these games, it feels like that. It feels like it's not the biggest, it's not the best, but people care about it.
The next decade saw the CoolCats record improve after each given season. It was to the point where they had to move up a division to face better opponents. By 2020, the Cats had to move up another division to the ACHA, only 2 steps away from the NCAA Division I. With Kentucky being ranked 6th in the entire nation, what is next for Kentucky hockey?
I mean, you see it at a D1 level with Arizona State, ASU, and how their team has come from D. I think they went from D3 or to D1, and they've got amazing crowd at their games, and it's also a spot where you don't think there'd be a lot of people going. It's at a hotbed for hockey.
Even with the number of fans and their performances on the ice, it is still unlikely that Kentucky will go up another level. But time will tell, and it has happened before.
Face off here in the offensive zone for Kentucky. It's one high Kentucky. Goal!
I'm in the streets, we play for keeps. 2011.